Hello everybody, and welcome back to Moonlight Castle. We had an encounter with a knight. Patrice is not being Patrice, and that is okay. That is okay. That's his prerogative. You know, that's not my decision to make. That's his. So, but we are currently hiding from said knight. He's gonna come. He's gonna stab us. He's gonna decapitate us. It's gonna be very, very exciting. Then the room quieted down. All of the sound that we were hearing, his screaming and mumbling, gone. I didn't know what to do. Was it safe to come out? Did he give up? But why? He had us cornered. Maybe he was waiting for an ambush somewhere nearby. My head didn't hurt as much anymore. The pain was slowly settling down. Stay here. I'll take a peek. He whispered and reluctantly let his hand go. I would have preferred waiting a little longer, but I couldn't articulate that, though. I was still overwhelmed by the whole situation. It looks safe, but careful where you step. The knight didn't locate us, but he sure had tried to. Most of the shelves were on the floor, pushed, broken, or cut in half. That same fate was also delivered to the books themselves, with papers now scattered around and covering most of the floor. We have a problem. I moved toward Patrice, who was holding what was left of the ladder we used to get here in the first place. Shit. My eyes searched for the floor below for any leftover we could have used, but I couldn't find anything but tiny pieces. We're stuck? I certainly couldn't make this jump. I would break a bone or worse. The knight must have destroyed the ladder without noticing it while rampaging in the room. We can find a solution. Wait here. If only I could have climbed down the same way Patrice did. I watched him lean over the edge for the wall to reach the wall and use a bookshelf as a makeshift ladder. The hardest part seemed to be jumping and grabbing the edge properly. Failing that would be life-threatening. I can't do that. You won't. I watched Patrice reach the floor below and then walked underneath me. Jump. I'll catch you. Are you crazy? That's a terrible idea. You won't feel a thing. I'm going to cushion your fall. Where is the bag? Don't we have anything useful in there? A rope, for example? Oh yeah. Where was it again? I remember carrying it before. He searched the area and dug through the debris, wondering if it got buried somewhere, but it was in vain. I must have dropped it when the knight attacked me. Who was that guy anyway? It gave me the same feeling the other ghost did, but I preferred to keep this information to myself. I don't know, and I don't plan on finding out either. Fair enough, but he's not a ghost, so that's way less scary and easier to handle. I very much disagree on that, but I won't argue. Think you can go and fetch our bag? Yeah, it should be down the hall. Are you sure you don't want to jump? Nah. You can trust me. I said I'll catch you. All you need to do is let yourself fall. I looked at the depth one more time to picture a possible success in my head. It seemed possible, but he'd be acting strange tonight. I was tired, and so was he. All of it would take one mistake for me to hit the floor. He was allowed to look at as confident as he wanted, but I'm sure this didn't leave him unfazed. I was scared something might go wrong, and he wasn't exactly winning my trust back. That's why the rope was the safest choice, but I understand his hesitation about it. I wouldn't want to meet the guy again either. What are you doing? He was making a weird face, and my concern for his health was increasing. Don't you hear that? I didn't need more insanity in my head. It's that music again, but it's louder. It all started with that stupid carillon. If I don't get my hands on it, if I could get my hands on it, I'd smash it. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that whoever's making this clearly knows that I like it. What I like. It's perfect for me. There's so much to love in it. This has to be Liam's sister. She must be calling for me. What are you talking about? You have no evidence to back that up. Evidence? Are you joking? We're in an abandoned castle. We saw a ghost and some weird guy tried to kill me. True. In this place, nothing made any sense. That's because we had yet to figure it out yet. Do I seriously need evidence so that my skeptical friend will believe me? I believe you. I do. I'm serious. That's why I'm telling you to wait before jumping to conclusions. Don't you find it strange how you're the only one hearing it? Shouldn't I be able to hear it too? He crossed his arms, frustrated with my questioning. What you really want us to say is that, since you're the medium and I'm a nobody, it's weird that I'm hearing anything at all. I wasn't trying to trample over his feelings, though. I don't know, Patrice. The truth is that I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. But I'm trying to keep you safe. He smiled, almost unnaturally. Yeah, I'm fine, Joel. Don't you see how I'm doing? I'm handling it all just fine. Then he grew upset, like he had just remembered how to... I know what you've been thinking ever since I mentioned the Carleon to you. You're just like the others. Another smile, the biggest one I've seen from him. She's been reaching out to me because I'm the only one who can help her. I will save her, and once I'm done with that, we'll come back to you. He took a step back, giving up on the original idea in favor of his new crazy plan. You can wait here for me. It looks safe enough, as long as you stay inside. I lunged forward to the edge, fueled by the realization of potentially being abandoned. No, Patrice, don't you dare leave me here. We have to stick together. Hey! I couldn't move. Nobody was here to catch me if I were to fall now. Don't worry. I'm not leaving you behind. It would just be smarter to get her help. I changed my mind. I'll jump. Turn back. Get me down. I'll come with you. We can find the source of the music together. Patrice, I'm scared. I don't want to be alone. Silence. He was gone. Wherever that music was, it had managed to manipulate him into leaving me behind. Still, I was more concerned about him than myself. If that was the objective, then he was in more danger. Then he was the one in more danger. I needed to get down somehow. I needed to catch up with him. I needed to stop from falling victim to something evil. But there was no path left for me to take. I could only jump. I'd have to try, even if I hurt myself. Another losing battle, huh? And here I was, still fighting, not wanting to give up. I reached for the edge and lowered myself down, my body now dangling in the emptiness as I glanced below my feet. Yeah, it was gonna hurt. I started swinging, trying to get the momentum. I was hoping to decrease the damage by using physics to my advantage. I thought I would spread out the kinetic energy by rolling, though that, rather than splattering on the ground. I was fucking scared and I didn't want to let go. Who the fuck would do that in this situation? My hands were growing tired of holding my weight, injecting me with that bit of insanity I was missing. I launched myself backwards and hit the floor. It fucking hurt. I rolled across the floor and crashed into the books, just like I had planned. Yow! I crawled away from the wreckage and sat down. I could feel my whole body burning, with cuts and bruises across my hands and legs. Then I stood up and yelped when I attempted to put my weight on my right foot. My ankle was hurting. I couldn't tell if it was sprained or worse, but I was sure as hell I couldn't run anymore. Now I regret not jumping when I had the chance. It wasn't super bad, actually. It could have gone way worse, since at least I was able to walk, just carefully avoiding the parts where the pain spiked. I limped forward, dragging my foot along and using the wall to support myself. This sucked. I should have turned around and headed back to the safe room, but I had a bad feeling that I needed to give chase. Our bag was lying on the ground, exactly where Patrice had dropped it. He couldn't have missed it. He saw it, and deliberately chose to ignore it. I really wanted to give up on him. That was the final blow for me. He didn't deserve my help. What happened to you? I did nothing wrong, did I? I knew that wasn't the real you. I knew you were kind, sensible, and sweet. That's why I shrugged it all off and continued walking, even if it hurt. It did hurt. Everywhere. But I knew it would hurt more if I gave up on you. At the end of the hallway, I found no door, that is what it says, but a hole surrounded by vines. I didn't need to think twice about what this location was, as I could see the vibrant flora through the circular passage. The wilderness had completely claimed this place. I noticed that the overgrown plants and trees took over over every nook and cranny this room had to offer. My body experienced some well-deserved relief and peace of mind as I walked through the greenhouse. The fresh air filled my lungs, almost convinced me I was outside. Patrice, are you here? No reply, just the wind blowing around me and the crickets chirping in the background. I came across a small pond and took a second to stare at my own reflection in the water. My face was covered in small cuts, so I sat down and washed the dried blood off. I guess that looks better. I didn't believe my own words, but I kept pushing a positive attitude. Then I noticed something in the water. I wasn't sure what it was. I was tired and my vision got a bit blurry due to exhaustion. Aren't you going to save him? A voice whispered in my ear, provoking me to do something. That cold remark gave me a burst of fear, which in turn energized me to focus my sight deeper into the water. I audibly gasped as I could vaguely see a man shape sinking into the water. He seemed to be holding something, but aside from that, he wasn't moving a muscle. My mind received another round of adrenaline as I spun up. Patrice! Holy shit! I jumped in without thinking twice. I didn't know what else I was supposed to do. Part of me hoped he was still alive, and had simply lost consciousness. Then I came across a much more sinister truth. I was the only one in the pond. That couldn't be possible. I saw him. I clearly saw him here. I looked around, desperate to locate him before things could get worse, but I couldn't. Did the voice trick me? I was too tired to think about the situation rationally. Fuck, I was running out of air. I swam upwards, but back to the surface. But I couldn't reach it. It was right there, but it felt as though I wasn't moving. No. This couldn't be happening. I moved my whole body forward, using all of my strength in a desperate attempt to get out and save myself. I couldn't hold it anymore. Water began filling my lungs and my body froze as I ultimately lost control of it. I was dying. That was it. I was done. My life flashed before my eyes, reminiscing on the past and thinking about my achievements, my friends, and everything else now slipping away from my paws. Ryan, I didn't want to die. I wanted to do so many things with you, with Patrice. I wanted to be happy. I was so tired of fighting a losing battle. I'm sorry for letting you down. Don't you dare die on me! Before I could fade away, I saw his hand reaching forward, grabbing my wrist and pulling me out. Oh, these two are here. Okay. Shouldn't you have been in the library? Come on, man. There's a hole right over there connecting to it. Like, you know. Ryan placed me flat on the ground, calling my name and freaking out, with Clyde on his side, rushing to my aid. The dragon quickly instructed Ryan to place his hand on my chest and push, while he pinched my nose, opened my lips, and breathed into them. My body jerked forward, reacting to those things. I began throwing up. I gasped for air like I never thought I would, then coughed so badly my throat activated my gag reflex over and over. Torture. This was torture. You can do it. Please live. He was crying. I wanted to reassure him, but nothing in my body was working. The fact that I was breathing was a miracle in itself. You have to focus on breathing. Your coughing is blocking you from inhaling oxygen. So hard to execute that. I managed to get some air in, then my throat continued its coughing fit. Okay, good. Keep doing that. If you manage to get more air through, then you should be out of danger for now. I didn't know what he meant with for now, but I survived, and that's all I cared about. Ryan reached out for a hug, only for Clyde to stop him. Hold that thought. Joel hasn't fully recovered, so please wait for his breathing to stabilize first. I was given a few minutes to get myself together, but at this point, it was just a facade. I was scared when I saw you in that pond. You weren't moving, I thought. He squeezed me, mumbling more words that were choked by the tears he was pouring on my back. I gently reassured him in response, apologizing for what he had witnessed. What happened? You have to tell us, because Patrice is nowhere to be found. I took my time explaining the entire journey to them. There was no energy left in me after all that. Does that mean Patrice is also... I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Clyde pondered on the situation for a bit, then unzipped his bag and used the cursed book. Maybe I can track him down with this. With that? Aren't those books empty? Not exactly. He used it to locate you. But don't ask me how. I have no idea, no clue how that stuff works. I'm not entirely sure myself either. It's more of a feeling kind of thing. But I could tell that this book is alive, and I just followed its directions. That was weird, but not the weirdest thing I'd seen tonight. So, you don't have to be a medium to wield something occult-related. I watched him shove his hand into the pages, as if to touch something. I was still on the ground, so I didn't need the best view myself. Didn't have the best view. Here, I'll carry you. I would have declined, but I didn't want to slow them down. There you go, just relax in my hold now. That was embarrassing. Don't say it like that. I feel a presence nearby, but it's not moving, just like before. I gulped and watched Ryan in horror with that statement hanging in the air. Well, we managed to rescue Joel, so maybe we can do it again. I hope so too. Let's hurry. And Clyde guided us to a similar-looking hole in the wall, but I believe this one to be a tad bigger. This time, we didn't have to venture too deep to find an unlocked door that someone had left open, clearly with the intention to be found. Clyde stopped in front of it. It's here. Ryan gently lowered me down next to the wall. I'll go on ahead. See what's in there. I pushed myself up, forgetting about my ankle and whining in response. Fuck! I'm coming as well. You can't. I wish I could show you how bad you look. Clyde will take care of you. Ryan left, and Clyde crouched down to check my foot. When did this happen? In the library. I gave him a brief description of what happened, and he pressed around to understand what kind of injury this was. Does it hurt if I do this? Yes, yes, it fucking does. My bad. Don't enter the room! A panicked voice reached out, alarming both Clyde and me. Do you need help? No! That quick response only pushed me to try to figure out what was happening. I stood up. He asked us to stay here. I don't care. I walked along the wall, limping forward, only for Clyde to come to help me to get into the room myself. Patrice! What you doing, buddy? This was not the sight I thought was going to be happening. But alright everyone, I think I'm gonna end the part here. So I do hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.